Thank you very much indeed for joining us here today. This is really, in my 10 years in Parliament, and certainly in the Speaker's rather longer experience in Parliament, a unique event. We have brought a decommissioned weapons system here into the Mother of Parliaments. Now, this is a really important day. It's really important not just because the organisation united against a nuclear Iran is demonstrating the kind of a threat that Iran poses to us all, but actually because of the very generous and kind cooperation of our Polish allies who have cleaned up this weapon system, made sure it's safe to travel, I can assure you of that, and have been on the front line quite literally for many years, but really particularly in September, when a couple of dozen of these weapon systems accidentally, I don't believe it, crossed the border to test Polish defences. But this is really not just about those two countries, is it? It's about Ukraine. It's about the violent aggression that we have seen in Ukraine now, not just for 3 years, but for 11 years. We have seen in Ukraine that weakness is provocative. We've seen in Ukraine that capitulation attracts violence. We've seen in Ukraine what the real price of Russian aggression is. Sadly, we've seen it evolve. Because when we saw little green men, as they were then called, in Crimea, we saw occupation. Since 2022, we've seen that become mass murder. We've seen, sadly, in Irpin and in Bucha, the price of occupation in the rapes and murders of completely innocent civilians. And now, in the latest incarnation of this crime of aggression, we have seen drones in their dozens, in their hundreds, and sometimes in their thousands, targeting civilian areas deliberately in order to cause panic and fear and death. We've also seen courage. We've seen the Ukrainian people standing up with the most extraordinary courage against a level of violence that, frankly, in this country, we only remember from 80, 90 years ago. Because this is a new blitz. These are new V1s. These are new crimes against the civilian population. And so it's a great privilege for me to be here introducing in the Speaker's House, in this home of democracy, this home of freedom, a weapon system that has been designed by Iran and the dictators there, fired by Russia and the dictators there, against Ukraine and the heroes there. Now, I'm going to invite my friends, Ambassador Mark Wallace, who's chairing the UANI project and has done extraordinary work in highlighting the criminal Iranian regime and its actions around the world. My friend Radek Sikorski, Deputy Prime Minister of Poland and Foreign Minister of Poland, and a long-time courageous confronter of Russian aggression around the world, and the Deputy Head of Mission of the Ukrainian Embassy, who very kindly is here representing General Zaluzhny, who we all know as one of the great heroes of European defence this century. Gentlemen, we're now going to unveil this drone.